It's a little costly if I'm being honest. We'll keep it though because I have the Essence Scatter, so maybe I can disrupt the opponents. Although if I'm being honest, well, maybe not. It looks like our opponent's playing either Jund or Rakdos, more than likely. Or Sultai, right? Because that's the obvious next move there. Easiest Essence Scatter of my life. Oh, we don't have to target him for that. They said, and I'm done. No, thank you. What's up, everybody? My name's Chance, and today we're going to be taking a look at a mono blue mill to nil deck, a mill to zero. And this one was submitted to us by Maizan, one of our very own. So shout out to him for this this wonderful, beautiful, awesomely fun deck. Now there is one thing I need to point out about this deck. Gadwick and Teferi, Master of Time, aren't actually in the original deck. We have Cavalier of Gales, that is. So just heads up on that. Alrighty, there we go. Got Cavalier of Gales added in, so we can use it as a reference point. So the whole point of this deck is to use things like Teferi's Tutelage, right? Sage's Road Denizen, and then all the mono blue milling stuff that you have at your disposal. However, the real big key combo here, and it's why I feel a little bit bad about, you know, not appropriately showcasing the deck, but again, you'll see why. The whole main point of the deck is to use Cavalier of Gales alongside Thassa to allow you to draw a whole lot of cards and proc Teferi's Tutelage again and again and again for a whole lot, basically. So, taking a look at Cavalier of Gales, 5-mana 5/5, whenever it enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards, right? That's the big benefit, and then put 2 on top of your library in any order. Whenever it dies, shuffle it into its owner's library. So it's even hard to kill or get rid of, right? Teferi's Tutelage, we look over here, is a 3-mana card that reads, when it enters the battlefield, draw a card, then discard a card. Whenever you draw a card, target opponent mills 2 cards. So obviously, if you're drawing 3 cards, they're going to be milling 6 cards, and if you have Thassa making you draw, you know, 6 cards each turn, you're going to be milling them for 12 cards each turn. And since Cavalier of Gales is putting 2 cards back on top of your library, you're only actually drawing 1 card into hand, so you're not going to mill yourself that easily. And even if you do get close to it, we have Jace, Wielder of Mystery, which reads, if you would draw a card while your library has no cards, you win. So basically, if you were to mill yourself, you win, right? So, surrounding this deck, oh, and the solution that I came up with for not having Cavalier of Gales was using Teferi, Master of Time, right? Because it allows you to draw a card and discard a card once on your turn, once on their turn. So I figured, you know, that's pretty good value. As well as the potential of giving you 2 extra turns and phasing out a creature. You know, it has its benefits. And then I also added in Gadwick, because you can make this card enter and, you know, draw 3 cards, which again, 6 mana, so a little bit more expensive than Cavalier of Gales, but you get to keep all 3 cards. 1, 2, whenever you cast a blue spell, you get to tap a non-land permanent an opponent controls, which is pretty strong if you ask me personally. I guess that goes there. Anyway, so if you have Cavalier of Gales, play it. If not, you know, Gadwick, Teferi, there are other options, and we'll talk about more of that in the wrap up. So breaking the deck down like a good old dance, we have Merfolk Secretkeeper down here in the bottom end. Target player mills 4 cards, and it's a 0/4 wall. This is great for Drowned Secrets, right? Whenever you cast a blue spell, target player mills 2 cards. It's great for Gadwick, right? Whenever you cast a blue spell, tap a non-land permanent. Overwhelmed Apprentice enters battlefield, each opponent mills 2, you scry 2, it's a 1/2. Drowned Secrets, unfortunately this card is rotating out. It's a rare from Guilds of Ravnica. And again, whenever you cast a blue spell, target player mills 2 cards. It's going to be missed. RIP, Drown Secrets. Essence Scatter and Negate. These are to counter your opponent's stuff. If you want to run Quench, I would probably run Quench or Lofty Denial, you know, if you end up going for other cards that we'll talk about later. In case of going different styles, I think Essence Scatter, and granted, there are a whole lot of creature-based decks right now, so Essence Scatter is a lot better than what it previously was, right? There's still those few control matchups where you're like, damn it, my Essence Scatter does nothing, because countering a Euro, it's just not enough. He's going to be escaped back out. You stop the first phase of him, sure, great, whatever, but he's not dead for good. So I would recommend something a little bit more suited, but it is common. It's not going anywhere. It is rotation proof, so it's, you know, it's pretty good. Anyways, moving us along, we have Sage's Road Denizen, 3 mana, 2/3 that reads, whenever another blue creature enters the battlefield under your control, target player mills 2 cards. So that's right, you guessed it. If we have Cavalier come down, they're milling 2 here, they're milling 6 from Teferi's Tutelage, and then we have Thassa to re-enter, 2 more here, 6 more there. It gets crazy. Not to mention the fact that if you don't have Cavalier down and use Thassa, you can use Thassa on your bottom end and it'll still proc with Sage Road Denizen, right? So Cancel and Thought Collapse are some more counter magic. Thought Collapse, counter target spell, its controller mills 3 cards. Cancel is just counter target spell. Honestly, you can run all Thought Collapse if you want to. There's no need to have this split here, but this was the list, and I tried to adhere to it, we'll say. Thassa, 4 mana, 6/5, legendary, indestructible. As long as your devotion to blue is less than 5, Thassa isn't a creature. At the beginning of your end step, exile it to 1 other target creature you control, then return that creature card to the battlefield under your control. It's really good with Cavalier, like I said. It's still pretty good with what you have here, given the Overwhelmed Apprentice, Merfolk Secretkeeper, the Sage's Road Denizen. It's fair. I do think it becomes a lot better with Cavalier of Gales. We talked about Teferi, we talked about Gadwick, we talked about Jace, so that is going to pretty much do it for the deck tech breakdown, everybody. I know, a very, very short one. If you're enjoying the content, like, comment, sub, and as always, watch all the way through, get the pro tips, get the deck tech wrap up where we go through these 15 extra cards that could make the deck spicier, more competitive, more janky, more, well, basically your style, my style, everyone's style, right? Anyways, on into the matches. Lord John Boy gonna be our first foe for the night. I like what I'm seeing in the hand. Sorry, my microphone like cord is too much on my desk, if that makes sense. Probably gonna go ahead and make a mill 4 cards, because why not? So we're catching a little bit of lag here. See if that helps. Alright, now I do want to go ahead and get down Drown Secrets, because, you know, we're a mill deck. Who would I be if I'm not staying true to what yo, you know what, Teferi? I've got it. Just don't play Teferi. That's fine, whatever. Whoa, 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 buddy. Don't be targeting yourself. So it's actually an Orzhov. Maybe Esper, Orzhov. It's Esper. Might be Esper Planeswalkers. I know HGG, Hello Good Games, been playing that. Shout out to him, by the way. We're up to 4. Do I Teferi their Teferi, or do I know that they have a counter spell because they're a Teferi player? What if I go for the Jace? I'll go for the Jace. How about that? This Teferi doesn't interact with that Teferi anyway, so whatever. Jace doesn't either, but I care less if Jace gets countered. They may care less to counter Jace. We'll have to see. Bum bum bum. Oh. Well, I didn't expect that to happen, not gonna lie. They're down to 38 cards already. I'm happy. I'm happy with what I'm seeing. We have lands aplenty. They have a 0/4, we have a 0/4. It's a very weak board state, but that's what you get when you have an Esper control deck and a mono blue Mills deck. Ah. Well, at least it's not my Teferi, right? And they're all tapped out on mana, which means Mill City, baby. Mill City. Alrighty, and then of course we're gonna go ahead and draw and discard. Let's see what we hit here. Negate. That's really good. I don't think we're gonna need the Essence Scatter given what they're playing. No. You stay there, Negate. So we're gonna go ahead and slam down this Overwhelmed Apprentice. Mill them 2. Overwhelmed's gonna land. Mill them 2 more. Alright, we describe 2 here. Another Teferi and a Teferi's Tutelage. I do want the Teferi's Tutelage. I don't think we need another Teferi. So far, so interrupted by my phone. Yeah, let's go ahead and resolve all here. And I'll silence this thing. Alright, is that going for Teferi? You motherfucker. Alright, well, let's see what we hit here. Teferi's Tutelage, right. It's gonna cost us 4 or 5 come our turn. Yikes, even with that. Alright, I think I still have to get rid of the land. Alright, what a bastard. Lord John Boy, you're just stopping all my fun.
Might be a bad idea.
Alright, they have 2 mana again. Everything we cast pretty much cost us a crap ton. Alright, let's plus up. Another negate. Ooh. Alright, let's get rid of Essence Scatter. We really don't need it. And then I say we just save our mana, honestly. It's not worth jamming it. So no attacks. In turn. What are they going to return? What creature or plane? Ah, Ashiok. Okay, I see. Well, that's not great for us, but we're definitely ahead of them on the Mill City, so. Doom Foretold. Bum bum bum. A land. If I play that land, we're up to 6 mana, which means we can play Teferi's Tutelage and keep up Thought Collapse. I'd rather have Negate or Thought Collapse. Probably Negate. Alright. Doom Foretold isn't pleasant to deal with. Oh, and they just got rid of a Teferi's Tutelage. That breaks my heart. Okay, so we're sacrificing the Merfolk Secretkeeper. Thassa. 6 mana. They have 2 mana still. Thassa. Negate? Alright, so we can get rid of 1 negate. Sacrifice this. Ooh, another Drowned Secrets. That's really good too. We gotta go for the Thassa and hold up negate though. Okay. Yikes, now I really want to get down Drowned Secrets, but we have to sacrifice something, so let's sacrifice the Overwhelmed Apprentice, right, if we can. This also gives us something to bounce with Thassa. Gadwick's really good. I think I'd rather draw Gadwick than a land. I don't think we want the land at all, actually. Our Teferi is actually very close to us getting 2 turns, which I gotta say I'm very surprised about. They're just trying to shove those lands down my throat, huh? What are we getting rid of here? Probably Drowned Secrets, actually. Alright, let's see.
Trust me, I have a plan.
Oh, no. Teferi, baby. Not like this. Not like this.
Looks like I'm out of time.
Oh, I like that Teferi line. Looks like I'm out of time. Alright. Sacrifice that, obviously. Drew a land after all. Alright, so do I go here and then draw for 1 with Gadwick? Or do I draw for a lot with Gadwick? I think I go here. Yeah, nothing proc, so... I mean, I still think Negate's perfectly fine, but Thought Collapse does mill them a few more, so... Or I just hold up Thought Collapse, that's not a bad idea. Come next turn though, I have to sacrifice something. I just sacrificed Thassa. I guess that's worth it. What do they sack out here? Their token? Their ECD. Wow. Alright, well, happy to see it.
I've got time.
I don't know why you'd sack that, considering it would make any counter spells I have cost more, unless they think that I had a quench or a negate. But I've already discarded, like, oh, okay, just 2 negates, I guess, huh? How many cards do they have left? 19. We're getting them there. We're actually doing it. We're milling them. Boom, 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 boom. All right, let's see. Lord John boy, what do you got for me? You know what? I was sitting here talking about counter spells and all that. They have a fucking Teferi. Oh, that's so rough. Alright, so ECD takes that. ECD takes that. Doom Foretold procs twice. Ah. Yikes. That's so rough. So rough. And then we... Alright, well, that might just be game there. We'll see what we get. Another Overwhelmed and Mills 4. They still have to find a way to kill us, right? So I might want that on top. I don't think I want that. Do I? I mean, it's better than hitting a land, honestly. You gotta do what you gotta do. Right now, they're just creating tokens, so unless they hit a Dream Trawler or something big, you know.
Don't worry, I got this.
Should have put the scry on top. Alright, well, we got a block. Great thing is the Dream Trawler draws, right? Whenever attacks, draw a card. Yeah, so they, like, absolutely have to draw. I got mana to blow, bitch. Puts them down to 8, puts them down to 7. They swing in, puts them down to 6. Alright. This is gonna be close. This is gonna be so close. How? Oh my god. Alright. Well, the nice thing is the Dream Trawlers are kind of their way to victory, and the more times they attack, the less cards they have, right? So I just need to hit something that really mills them good. Alrighty. We got this. Lord John boy, Banishing Light. Oh, that's one of the only things we didn't need to happen, right? Was creature removal, because now they get in that 2 extra damage. Oh boy. Alright. Oh, okay, down to 5. They're going risky. Sure, you get to deal extra damage, but at what cost? Am I right? By the way, sorry for the dogs barking. Down to 4. Alright, do we have anything that mills them 4 cards in 1 turn? Yes, we do. But they have a lot of mana left, which leads me to believe they have counter magic. No. Alright. GG. We throw it down and then we scoop. Oh, they do have counter magic. Lord John Boyo is fun. That was a good one. 0 G-Man. 0 gravity. I like the idea of that. We get to go first. Seems good. Dun, dun, dun. Probably gonna go for the Overwhelmed Apprentice first. It allows us to scry, which gives you a better look-see at what's to come. I do want the Essence Scatter. And damn, when you see my deck, I will indeed, sir. I will indeed. Alright, fuck him up, Overwhelmed Apprentice. Show him the good stuff. Give it to him dirty. Boros. What? Boros in the house? Keeping the mana for the Essence Scatter up. If it's Boros, it means they should have creatures coming down soon. This is strange. I like this. It's actually Jessica. By the way, Teferi's Tutelage, you motherfucker! Taking my my method, my deck, something. Haven't actually gotten a Jace down yet, so. Going up to 5 mana on the next turn. That's enough to keep up mana for Essence Scatter and Thought Collapse. Fuck! How come you get all the fucking tutelages? Tutelages. Motherfucker's gonna mill us just because they got the lucky ones. Just because they got the lucky ones. Alright, well now that we have negate, we have counter target non-creature and counter target creature, so we can actually go ahead and play this one down. I hate you, 0G, man. Just so we're both clear, I hate you. Damn you and your better luck with your draw. We're down to 35, they're down to 35. I don't think we'll be able to keep this up. Get to millin', bitch. Actually, we know they're about to mill us. Ha ha ha! Got your ass. Zer 95.92. Bit costly, but we can get there. Ah, that's critical. Yeah. Yeah, I know the Cavalier of Gales are they're very, very important to this deck, so I was like, I still want to play it, but I gotta find a way to sort of replace that value while still having equal value, so. Wow, opponent coming out the gate, fucking swinging with the ramp. So is this a Team of Reclamation deck, or is this just Elementals go big? Maybe Ultimatum deck? I want to go ahead and get down Sage's Road Denizen. I think there is merit in us keeping up a cancel or something like that, given they may be playing ultimatums. But for the time being, Sage's Road Denizen needs to happen. The unfortunate thing is these Cloudkins can actually fuck us up. Oh, got rid of 2 Nyx Blooms there, yeah? Yeah, beautiful. Fucking beautiful. Alright, well, let's just hope they don't have the ultimatum here. How do we deal with these flyers, though? Holy fuck, Batman, look at the elementals. Somebody's getting to the elemental train a little late, ain't they? This is M20 stuff. This is rough. We're about to lose just to Cloudkins. That's a rough life. Luca. Interesting. I don't know why I didn't counter it. You just... Okay. Thassa. Nah. I think we're dead just to flyers here. It's gonna be rough for me to fully do it. Another Thassa's not what we wanted there. Can I get another land, please? Por favor. Our opponent's playing a Lourdes deck. That's gonna be difficult for us. Nero just posted YouTube. Goblins in Historic are insane. Yeah. Literally everybody has done a Goblins in Historic deck. Which is why now, like, I can't. I actually can't do a video on it. My own moral codes. As much as I would love to showcase goblins, you know, there's at least 10 to 20 videos on it. on the same deck out right now. So, yeah. It is really good, though. It's really, really good. Of course, I guess we could do it for showing people how to climb ranked. I don't mind doing videos like that, right? They're doing a very strange sort of life gain deck here. It's like mono black devotion and life gain. Oh, I like that swamp. It's from War of the Spark. No shit, huh? Alright, boss. What you got for me? Bastion of Remembrance. Alright, I think I want the land first. I think I'm gonna go for a Gadwick come next turn, draw 2 cards. Then I can go for the Thought Collapse plus, what's it called? Drowned Secrets, so. Put us down to 28 cards. We might be able to get them. We might. That's rough. Kitty cat? Yeah. Ugh. Oh, please play a Witch's Oven. Okay. Just icing on that fucking cake of shit. That shit cake, if you will. So we're probably just dead here, yeah. I don't know that we'll be able to do this. We're milling them a decent little bit here, right? So go up to 6 on next turn. We'll have enough for Drowned Secrets, Thought Collapse, or Thassa and Drowned Secrets. Yeah, it's a GG. Cool beans. Gray Merchant taking us out nice, easy, and sleazy. Alrighty, you made it all the way through the intro and the matches, and now we're into the wrap-up. The sweet, sweet part of the video where I get to shamelessly self-promote. By the way, like, comment, subscribe, click that bell icon, hop over to twitch.tv/Dr. Spelkin, and hopping down in the description and click on that Discord link. Sorry, I said my name funny and I was like, oh man, if I start mispronouncing my name, we're all screwed. So hopping into the deck tech wrap-up. There are a lot of ways you can take this deck. A lot. So, off the bat, I got to looking at, like, you know, alternatives for Cavalier of Gales because I didn't have Cavalier of Gales. So, Spectral Sailor, it's a flash, flying, 1 mana, 1/1. That also allows you to pay 4 mana and draw a card. So, it works really well with Teferi's Tutelage and Sage's Road Denizen and Drowned Secrets. And just in general, allowing you to have cards to draw, right? Thoughtbound Phantasm. This is more so a suggestion. If you want to go for like a theme with your milling and all that, Surveil is actually pretty good. And this card gets pretty big. Now, you are going to lose the counters if you go to bounce it with Thassa. There's one of two things you can do with that. You can either play an Ozolith, right, which will take all those counters, and you can reapply those counters to Thoughtbound, or to, you know, maybe one of your flying creatures like Spectral Sailor, and then that flying creature has the counters that Thoughtbound would have, and Thoughtbound can continue to build more and more and more. Anyways, there's always that option. Or you just scrap the whole Thassa idea and, you know, just leave your creatures on the battlefield. No bounces. So I think both are very exciting, very fun, and, you know, Surveil, while yes, it's rotating out soon, it is a fun one. So if you're one of those older players that really enjoyed Surveil, I think it could fit perfectly in this deck. I think we've gotten enough compliments to make it worthwhile, right? Aether Gust is just fantastic. Honestly, I'd probably run Aether Gust over Essence Scatter. If I was, let me explain this correctly. In best of 3, I think I would run Aether Gust. Maybe as a 1-2 off in the main deck. You know, you'd have to fill out the meta for the day. But yeah, Essence Scatter is okay. I feel like Aether Gust is a lot better. Unfortunately, it is rotating out, but it's only an uncommon, so, you know, maybe play it while you can. Brineborn does kind of fit in with the Thoughtbound Phantasm deck of the counters and Ozolith and, you know, Thassa, whatever. But even further past that, it's a flash creature that allows you to build up counters on it. So even if you don't do anything wacky or crazy, it's still a very, very good card and only an uncommon. Escape Protocol is like, hey, do you want a little baby Thassa? Well, you know, here it is. So 2 mana enchantment. Whenever you cycle a card, you may pay 1. When you do, exile target artifact or creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. So again, you can imagine you get down Cavalier of Gales, you cycle something, you pay the 1, you bounce it, so it comes back. Then you bounce it again, so it comes back. So you've drawn 9 cards. If you have 2 Teferi's Tutelages two Teferi's Tutelages down at that point, they mill 2 cards per card drawn. You drew 9. That's 18 times 2. You're milling them 36 cards. It's literally over half their deck. Yeah, I don't know what else you want to say. That's the ultimate mill. Obviously, it takes a little bit to get set up because you need Escape Protocol, you need Thassa, you need 2 Teferi's Tutelages, and you need to cast a Cavalier of Gales. But it's very possible. It's very possible. Next up, we have Frantic Inventory. This is a common from M20. It allows you to draw a decent amount of cards, right? Draw a card, then draw cards equal to the number of cards named Frantic Inventory in your graveyard. So 2 mana, draw a card. 2 mana, draw 2 cards. 2 mana, draw 3 cards. 2 mana, draw 4 cards. I like all cards with this effect. I really do. I'm a sucker for them. Goblin Gathering. I can't think of any others right now, but y'all get the point. Brazen Borrower is a great mono blue creature to add to this deck. 2 mana, instant speed, adventure, return target non-land permanent an opponent controls to its owner's hand. So this will proc Drown Secrets, which is really nice. It's also a 3/1 flying creature, so it can actually deal damage to your opponent, right? Also, because it's a creature, it'll proc Sage of Road Denizen, right? God Eternal Kefnet. If you're planning on leaning more into Teferi's Tutelages, right? Tutelage, whatever it is, going up to 4 copies, and just using draw spells, I think God Eternal Kefnet is really, really good because it allows you to double cast those draw spells, right? So if you're running something like Frantic Inventory, for instance, then whenever you see it with God Eternal Kefnet, it's going to cost less. It's only going to cost 1 mana. You get to cast it. You also get to cast it whenever it enters into your hand. So you're getting to draw crazy amounts that way. It's also a 4/5 flying creature that's really hard to kill because whenever it dies or is put into exile from the battlefield, you can put it back into your library, right? All around pretty good. But it is rotating out, so, you know, there's that warning. Mythos of Eluna, I just really love this card, and I don't think I need another reason, right? No, you can copy your Cavalier of Gales, right? You can copy your opponent's stuff. You can copy your tutelages, your drowned secrets, right? A lot of stuff to copy here. Reign of Revelation, 4 mana, instant speed, draw 3 cards, then discard a card. Really helps get you through your deck. Really great with Teferi's Tutelage. And really great with God Eternal Kefnet, right? If you can make this card cost 2 less, then you can end up paying 4 mana to draw 6 cards, which is crazy. Teferi's Ageless Insight. This is one of the newer cards from M21. If you would draw a card, except the first one you draw in each of your draw steps, draw 2 cards instead. So, you know, I guess here's the best way to put it. If you don't want to go with Thassa, but you still want to have fun, I think this is the best way, and you just go for the crazy draw and left and right and up and down, right? Now, it is a rare, but the beautiful thing is it's not going anywhere for a whole year, so, you know. Yeah, if you want to play Mutate in the deck and lean into Sage's Row Denizen, you need to remember 2 things. 1, it works off Enter the Battlefield, so just casting Mutate creatures won't work. However, that being said, Mutate creatures are fantastic. There's Mutate creatures that allow you to draw cards. There's the Baby Godzilla that allows you to draw cards whenever you cast Mutate creatures and makes all your Mutate creatures cost less. And there's also this bad boy, right? Whenever Flashes mutates in, your opponent's going to have to return target creature to their hand, so you're going to slow their tempo. It's great against all those mid-range aggro decks that just try to beat you down. It's also a 4/3, so nothing to sneeze at there. Sea God Scorn. Mono blue doesn't really have board wipes, right? So if you're looking for something similar, I suppose this is as close as what you get. Return up to 3 target creatures and or enchantments to their owner's hands. Now the nice thing with this is you can return your own if need be, but it is only sorcery speed, so it's not like you can do it during your opponent's turn when they're about to board wipe you or something, right? And then last but not least, we have Sublime Epiphany, because this allows you to counter target spell, counter target activated ability, return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, create a token that's a copy of target creature you control, and you can draw a card. So all in all, pretty good. And then last but not least, if you're looking to go over the top, Magic Mirror is always a fun one. You get to make this cost 1 less for each instant and sorcery in your graveyard. And I mean, you know, you have your Merfolk Secretkeeper and potentially your Brazen Borrower, so those do count as instants and sorceries as well as creatures. I think you could get there with Magic Mirror if I could get it to pull back up. And the nice thing again is it's rotation proof, so it's not going anywhere. Anyways, that's going to do it for the Deck Tech wrap up. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe as always, and yeah, I'll see y'all later tomorrow, tonight, something like that. I'll see you in the future at some point. Anyways, peace out and have a good one.